There's one thing most of us do consistently. We care for our skin, our hair, our joints. You drink collagen, you put on night cream, you go for morning walks to keep your knees strong. And when a new wrinkle shows up, you find a way to smooth it out. Because we've all been taught to take care of what people can see. But what about the first place that starts to change after 60? Have you checked in with it lately? There's a part of your body, quiet, discreet, that's been shifting. Not because you've neglected it, not because you're just getting old, but because your body is gently asking, please come back to me, with kindness, with curiosity, without shame. Have you felt that? After menopause, many women experience changes in their intimate area, but hardly anyone talks about it. More dryness, more sensitivity, a sense of not quite feeling like yourself anymore. And slowly you start to pull away from closeness, confidence, or connection. Not because you don't care, but because no one told you this is normal and this is manageable. Today, we're going to break that silence with compassion and real knowledge. We're going to have an honest, gentle conversation about how to care for your intimate health after 60 using natural methods. No prescriptions, no surgeries, just truth, care, and quiet power. No one ever taught us how to love our bodies as they change. No one told us the most sensitive place in our bodies is also the first to shift and the first to heal if we know how. And certainly, no one said this. Caring for your intimate health isn't shameful. It's self-respect, it's tenderness, it's gratitude for the body that's carried you this far. So in this video, there's nothing graphic, nothing inappropriate, only science, only softness, only support. Stay with me till the end, because I'll be sharing gentle, science-backed ways to feel good again, just like thousands of women after 60 already have. And one surprise tip, number 5, might touch your heart, because it involves a flower you may have once planted in your garden. If you're ready, let's begin. Not to fix your body, but to understand it, to honor it, and to come home to it. Because at any age, you deserve to feel safe, confident, and connected. What's really happening inside your body? You've taken care of everything else, your bones, your skin, your digestion. But what about the part of your body no one ever talks about? After menopause, your body naturally begins to produce less estrogen, the hormone that once guided so much of your rhythm as a woman. And when estrogen drops, something else starts to change. Your vaginal tissue becomes thinner. Your natural lubrication decreases. That soft stretch you once felt without thinking, it begins to fade. Your pH levels shift, making you more vulnerable to irritation, discomfort, and infections. And here's the part that no one told you. Many women feel these changes and quietly think, I guess this is just what aging feels like. So they endure, in silence, out of shame, out of habit. But what if I told you, it's not about age, it's about awareness. And what's happening inside your body right now, it's not the end of something, it's the beginning of something asking for your attention. Let me share the story of someone like you. Her name is Margaret. She's 68. She lives alone in Wisconsin. She used to be vibrant, confident, unafraid of closeness, but over the years, she started to feel dry, sensitive, disconnected from herself. She stopped dating. She avoided hugs. She even canceled spa days with her closest friend, worried someone might notice something was off. Not because she didn't want to feel alive, but because she thought, maybe this is what it means to grow old. I guess I have to accept it. Until one day, she didn't. She started asking questions, and the answers changed everything. You see, your body is not breaking, it's evolving. And like any transformation, it needs care. Not shame, not silence. Your intimate health is not a burden. It's not something to hide, ignore, or deal with. It's a sacred part of your womanhood, quietly asking for gentleness, for presence, for love. So if you've ever felt like Margaret, if you've ever whispered to yourself, something feels different, but I don't know what to do, let me tell you, you are not alone. And here's the most important thing I want you to remember. You don't have to just put up with it. There are gentle, natural ways to restore balance and comfort to your body. Ways that don't require prescriptions, ways that don't make you feel ashamed, ways that actually feel good. In the next part, I'll walk you through one of the most powerful tools that helped Margaret and thousands of other women feel like themselves again. It's soft, it's natural, and it's already within your reach. Let's take the next step together. natural moisture, gentle, healing, and real. So let's talk about one of the most powerful and yet most overlooked ways to bring comfort back to your intimate health after 60. Moisture. Not just any kind, the kind that's natural, the kind that's gentle, restorative, and works with your body, not against it. After menopause, your body's ability to produce its own natural lubrication begins to fade. That's not your fault. It's not something you caused. It's biology. But dryness doesn't have to be your new normal. Margaret, yes, the same Margaret from Wisconsin, told me something that stuck with me. She said, "I used to think I had to live with the discomfort, that dryness was just part of being older. But the first night I used natural oil, I felt like I came home to my body again." And she's not alone. Thousands of women, just like you, have rediscovered comfort by introducing gentle, natural moisture into their daily care. Not with harsh chemicals, not with expensive treatments, but with what nature has offered all along. Let's take a look at 3 simple options. 1. Coconut oil. Organic, unrefined coconut oil is a game changer. It's naturally antimicrobial, deeply moisturizing, and safe for intimate use. A small amount, just a fingertip, can bring instant relief. And the best part, it smells like a summer breeze. 2. Hyaluronic acid vaginal moisturizers. You might know hyaluronic acid from skincare, but did you know it can be used vaginally too? It helps your tissues retain moisture, improves elasticity, and has been clinically proven to reduce dryness and irritation. No prescription needed, just a simple, safe solution. 3. Rosehip or sesame oil from ancient traditions. In Ayurvedic medicine, these oils are used for gentle vaginal massage to restore softness, improve circulation, and support emotional connection with the body. This isn't just physical care, it's a ritual of respect and self-love. Because here's the deeper truth, dear friend. Moisturizing your skin is called self-care, but moisturizing your most sacred, tender part, that's called reclaiming yourself. This is not about looking younger. It's about feeling whole. It's about giving your body the comfort it deserves, and your spirit the peace it's been quietly asking for. So tonight, after your warm bath, place your hand over your belly, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, "I am safe in this body. I am tender with this body. I am home in this body." This is your time to soften, to soothe, to return. And this simple act of gentle, natural moisture might be the first step. In the next part of our journey, we'll explore a secret strength that lies hidden in your own muscles, one that can restore vitality, confidence, and even joy. It's called the pelvic floor, and it holds more power than you've ever imagined. Pelvic power, the strength you forgot you had. Let's talk about a part of your body that's often forgotten, yet holds more strength, confidence, and dignity than most women realize. It's called your pelvic floor, and after 60, it becomes one of your greatest allies. Now you might be thinking, isn't that just something younger women work on after childbirth? No, dear friend, not at all. In fact, as estrogen decreases and muscle tone naturally declines with age, your pelvic floor becomes even more essential to your quality of life. This quiet group of muscles, nestled deep within, supports your bladder, uterus, and bowels. It helps maintain posture, core stability, and yes, your intimate confidence. When it weakens, things begin to shift. You might notice leaks when you laugh or sneeze. You may feel pressure, heaviness, or a lack of sensitivity. And slowly, your trust in your own body starts to fade. But here's the good news. You can strengthen it, gently, naturally, at home, with something called the Kegel exercise. It's simple, yet powerful, and it's named after Dr. Arnold Kegel, who discovered that regular contractions of the pelvic floor could help women recover strength and confidence without surgery or medication. Let's try it together now. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, then imagine you're stopping the flow of urine midstream. Feel that gentle lift? That's your pelvic floor engaging. Hold it for 3 seconds, then release slowly. That's 1 Kegel. Start with 5 repetitions. Work your way up to 10. Do it while brushing your teeth, or waiting for the kettle to boil, or during your quiet moment before bed. Just like brushing your hair or drinking your water, this becomes your ritual, a quiet promise to yourself. I choose strength. I choose connection. I choose me. Margaret started with just 2 Kegels a day. Now she says, I don't just feel stronger, I feel proud of my body again. And you can too. Because strengthening your pelvic floor isn't just a physical act, it's a reclaiming of space, It's you standing taller, inside and out. It's you saying, I still belong fully in this body. In the next chapter of our journey, we'll go even deeper into the wisdom of ancient traditions. You'll discover how herbs, baths, and sacred rituals have supported women for centuries in reconnecting with their most intimate power. And you'll learn that even after 60, your body still remembers, and it's ready to bloom again. Ancient healing, herbs and rituals that remember you for thousands of years, long before pharmacies, prescriptions, or plastic packaging, women have cared for their bodies through the quiet wisdom of the earth. And now, after 60, that ancient knowledge is gently calling you home. Because even as the world races forward with technology, your body still responds best to something simple, sacred, and real. Let's return, together, to the rituals that women once passed from hand to hand, heart to heart. Margaret, who you've met in earlier chapters, discovered this truth not in a hospital, but in her garden. She began with chamomile and calendula, two flowers she'd grown for years without realizing their power. One day, guided by her intuition and a little research, she prepared her first sitz bath. Just warm water, a handful of herbs, and 15 quiet minutes. She said it felt like her body exhaled. I didn't realize how long I had been holding tension there, she told me. Not just physical tension, but emotional. Shame, silence, sadness, and it began to soften. Let me walk you through this simple practice. Rejuvenating sitz bath recipe. 2 tablespoons dried chamomile, 1 tablespoon calendula, 1 liter of boiling water, a basin of warm water to sit in comfortably. Steep the herbs for 10 minutes, strain, and pour into your basin. Sit gently in the water for 15 to 20 minutes. Breathe. Let go. Let the herbs do their quiet work. These herbs are not just soothing for the body, they carry an emotional memory. They remind your cells that softness is still possible, that comfort is not a luxury, that your feminine body deserves this attention, even now, perhaps especially now. You might also explore rose petals for their emotional tenderness, lavender for calm and circulation, yarrow for healing and resilience, basil or ginger for gentle internal warmth and vitality. And beyond the herbs, remember this. Every time you prepare a bath, a tea, or an oil for yourself, you are undoing generations of silence. You are saying, my body is worthy of care. My pleasure is sacred. My age is not a limitation, it's a portal to deeper wisdom. These ancient rituals don't just heal the skin, they awaken something forgotten. And when you return to them, your body responds, not as something broken, but as something remembering. In our next chapter, we'll turn to something even more accessible. The foods you already eat, and how they can help support your hormones and bring balance from within. Because healing isn't just what you put on your body, it's what you nourish it with every single day. Hormone nutrition, eating to rebalance. By now, we've gently explored your body's changing landscape, from natural dryness to the power of your pelvic floor, to the quiet wisdom of herbs and rituals. And now, we turn to something even more intimate, what you eat. Yes, your diet, but not in the way you've heard it before. Because food after 60 is not just about calories or cholesterol, it becomes a way to send love to your hormones, those quiet messengers that shape how you feel, how you rest, how you love, and how you connect to your body. Let's be honest, after menopause, your hormones don't just decline, they shift. They move from the daily rhythm of reproduction into the season of restoration. And what you eat can either fight that process or gently support it. Here's what that looks like. 1. Phytoestrogens, your gentle hormone helpers. Phytoestrogens are plant-based compounds that mimic estrogen in the body, but in a much softer, more balanced way. They don't override your system. They whisper support. You'll find them in ground flax seeds, add 1 tablespoon to your breakfast smoothie. Soy, like edamame, tofu, or organic soy milk. Chickpeas and lentils. Chia seeds, stir into oatmeal or yogurt. Margaret now keeps a little jar of flaxseed in her kitchen. Every morning, it goes in her tea, her cereal, or even sprinkled on toast. She told me, it's not about perfection, it's about remembering my body deserves small acts of support. 2. Anti-inflammatory foods, to soothe from within. Estrogen decline often comes with joint pain, fatigue, and mood swings. But inflammation doesn't just affect your joints, it touches your skin, your brain, even your intimacy. So reach for colorful vegetables, especially dark leafy greens, carrots, beets, berries, blueberries, raspberries. fatty fish, salmon, sardines, or plant-based omega-3s like walnuts, flaxseed oil, herbs and spices like turmeric and ginger. And most of all, drink warm water, sip slowly, stay hydrated with love. 3. Avoiding what drains you. Just as food can nourish, some foods can exhaust. Try to gently reduce excess sugar, especially in processed snacks, refined carbs like white bread and pasta, alcohol and caffeine, especially late in the day. It's not about rules, it's about rhythm, and choosing foods that help your body feel safe, soft, and strong. Because every meal you prepare, every bite you take, is a chance to say, I am worth the care I give. In our next part, we'll take a compassionate look at what not to do, the subtle habits and choices that, without realizing, may be worsening your discomfort. Not to judge, but to bring awareness and gently shift toward kindness. Let's keep walking together. Subtle mistakes women over 60 often make without realizing it. By now, we've walked through nourishment, rituals, and reconnection. But sometimes, without even knowing, we carry habits that quietly work against the very healing we seek. Not out of carelessness, but out of old beliefs, unspoken fears, or simply not being told. So today, let's gently shine a light on 5 subtle mistakes many women over 60 make when it comes to intimate health. Not to judge, but to understand. And with that understanding, soften into a new way of caring. Mistake number 1, thinking pain is normal. Now you might hear this voice in your head. I guess this is just what happens when you get older. But vaginal pain, dryness, or discomfort are not your destiny. They're a signal, a gentle knock from your body asking for help. The truth is, most symptoms can improve dramatically with natural moisture, pelvic exercises, gentle habits, and the right nourishment. You're not broken, you've just been uninformed. Mistake number 2, using harsh soaps or fragrances. Many women, wanting to stay fresh, end up over-cleansing the most sensitive part of their body. But your intimate area is self-cleaning and extremely delicate. Fragrance soaps, wipes, and bubble baths can strip natural moisture, disrupt pH balance, and lead to infections. Instead, use warm water. Choose fragrance-free, pH-balanced intimate cleansers. Avoid douching. It does more harm than good. Mistake number 3, wearing tight or synthetic underwear. All-day comfort matters. Tight clothing made from synthetic fabrics traps heat and moisture, increasing your risk of irritation and infection. Try switching to breathable cotton and give your body room to relax. Margaret used to sleep in shapewear. Now, she says the best healing she ever gave herself was a drawer full of soft, natural cotton. Mistake number 4, ignoring hydration and movement. Dryness isn't just about hormones. Dehydration, poor circulation, and lack of movement can all affect your intimate health. Drink water often, not just when you're thirsty. Take gentle walks, stretch your hips and pelvis. These small shifts have a big impact, physically and emotionally. Mistake number 5, believing it's too late. This is the most heartbreaking belief of all. I should have started earlier. I've already let myself go. Why bother now? But here's the truth. Your body responds to love at any age. It doesn't need perfection. It needs presence. It needs you to show up now. And what a gift it is to show up for yourself in this season of life. To say, I'm not done growing. I'm not done softening. I'm not done loving this body. In the next part, we'll explore a powerful truth. That your intimate health isn't just about the physical. It's also deeply tied to your sense of femininity, self-worth, and connection. Let's go deeper into the heart of it all. Femininity and self-worth, the deeper meaning of intimate health. Let's take a breath together. Not just a physical breath, but a pause to feel into something deeper. Because when we talk about vaginal health, we're not just talking about tissue, hormones, or moisture. We're talking about identity, about femininity, about the quiet dignity of still feeling like a woman in a world that often forgets to see us. After 60, many women begin to feel invisible. Children are grown, careers may be over. The reflection in the mirror changes, and slowly so does the way we see ourselves. I used to feel beautiful. I used to feel desired. I used to feel alive in this body. But here's the truth no one tells us. Your femininity is not in your appearance. It is not in your youth. It is not in the number of people who desire you. Your femininity lives in how you hold yourself, how you honor your own softness, how you tend to the sacred parts of you, not because someone else will see them, but because you do. Margaret told me something I'll never forget. After starting her self-care routine, she said, "I didn't realize how much I had abandoned myself. I was still cooking, cleaning, doing all the things, but I hadn't looked at my body with love in years." We don't lose our femininity with age. We bury it under decades of silence, service, and shame. But you can unearth it gently. You can return to yourself. When you light a candle and sit in your bath, you are rekindling your womanhood. When you moisturize your body, you are saying, "This skin is still mine." When you move your hips, breathe deeply, speak kindly to your body, you are awakening your essence. This isn't about seduction. It's about sovereignty. It's about choosing each day to stand in your own worth. You are not just someone's mother, not just someone's wife, not just a number on a chart. You are a whole woman, worthy of tenderness, beauty, presence, and joy. So when we care for our intimate health, we're not just treating a symptom, we're making a statement. I matter. I belong to myself. I am not done. And you know what? You're not. Not even close. In our final chapter, we'll bring it all together, recapping the journey and planting a seed of hope for your next season of life. Because this is not the end, it's a beginning. So here we are. We've walked through the changes no one talks about, the quiet discomforts, the soft longings, the things that made you feel like you were slowly slipping away from the woman you once knew. And yet, look at you. You didn't turn away, you stayed. You listened, not just to this video, but to your own body. You said yes to understanding, yes to healing, yes to yourself. You learned that dryness isn't defeat, that tenderness isn't weakness, that your femininity didn't disappear with your last period. It simply waited for you to return. Because you are not less of a woman now. You are more knowing, more gentle, more powerful in your quiet presence. You learned how to moisturize not just your skin, but your sense of self. How to strengthen muscles most women forget they even have. How to sit with herbs in warm water like an ancient ritual reborn. How to feed your hormones not with fear, but with kindness. And how to listen to the parts of you that felt long forgotten. Dear friend, you are not broken. You are becoming. You don't need to go back to who you were. You only need to meet who you are now, with tenderness. And if today is the first day you've done that in a long while, then today is a miracle. So as we close this chapter, let me ask you, what part of yourself are you ready to reclaim? What would change if you began treating your intimate health not as a chore, but as a sacred relationship? If you've made it to the end of this video, you've already taken a powerful first step. Now take one more. Type in the comments, "I choose to care for myself." Let it be your quiet declaration, a message to yourself and to other women silently watching that healing begins with presence. And if this video spoke to you, please like it, so it reaches more women who need to hear this. Subscribe to the channel and receive gentle, natural, and loving ways each week to help your body heal from within. Or simply share this video with someone you care about. You never know whose story you might help rewrite. Thank you for trusting us with your time, your attention, and your heart. This is timeless wisdom, where every minute you give to your health today becomes a gift for your tomorrow. We'll see you in the next video. And until then, stay soft, stay strong, and never stop returning to yourself.